Alright, man, so I wanted to do a video game vlog because it was some hot Resident Evil. Pardon me, I'm eating a Halls because my throat was kind of scratchy. But, not what this is about. Video games is what we're talking. So, I wanted to talk because there was some hot leaks coming out of Resident Evil world. And I watched Stray last weekend. Literally, like, last Saturday, I watched all of Stray. Need to talk about that. I'm going to briefly talk about Madison, because I did watch that in the course of my watching stuff, and I guess we'll start on Madison. I think I was confused what was going on in Madison. Like, Raven, sorry, my dog Raven has been getting into the pond because it's been like a bad drought here in Germany, and our pond is almost like not having a lot of water in it. The fish are struggling in there. Sorry, that's not what this is about, but I just wanted to make sure she doesn't go in the pond again, get her little paws muddy. Thank you. So, I was confused about what was going on, what the point of Madison was. You want to come up? You can come up. I'm doing a video. You know you like being in the videos. Hang on. Okay, so I got her to come up so she wouldn't be in the pond driving me crazy. So, Madison. I think I was confused about what the point, like, the basic, bare bone minimum plot of Madison is. You're some teenage boy who has just murked his mother and sister, and your dad locks you in this closet. And he's like, why'd you do it? Why? And like, I don't know. He has this camera, his trusty Polaroid camera that he's taking on his adventure with him. And like, there's this lady named Madison who, I don't know if she lived in the house that you lived in, but she some kind of way was trying to do these sacrifices and was killing up a bunch of people. The cops saw her in the midst of like dragging people that she has murked, let's just say, and throwing them into a well. Some cop caught her, murked her, but she was trying to complete this sacrifice for, was it eternal life? I don't know. I was very confused about, that's like the basic plot. And basically not infects, but she possesses his Polaroid, the boy, I think his name was Lucas. She possesses his Polaroid camera to, so he could be the one to be possessed by her. And like, that's how Madison is taking over Lucas. So, but apparently, because I watched Survival Horror Network's playthrough of Madison, and apparently there are like 4 endings. I only saw the one that Survival Horror Network did, which I think is the actual real ending. It's the one where, let's just say the protagonist doesn't make it out at the end. So, because he's like the last part of the ritual that needs to be completed so she can, I don't even know. And then there was like this whole weird thing with like Bloonies. That whole part comes out of left damn field. Because like, was Madison trying to do the sacrifice ritual thing to do the Bloonies thing, or like cause like the Bloonies part comes literally like in the beginning of the final act, and it's like this creepy story with this monster wants some friends, and he can't have any friends because he's kind of a monster and kind of jacked up and scary, and like, I don't know, and then like he gouges out his eyes. So was she trying to like help out Bloonies? I don't know. It was confusing. It was a good game. I do not remember. I didn't pause to read any of the notes, so that's not helping to why I don't understand what this game was talking. And 2, while I thought it was interesting and everybody said it's a good game to play, I don't know specifically if it was a good game for me to watch, because it wasn't that. It was good and I liked it. I don't think it captivated me the way I was looking for. And I'm going to throw in another game. I'm going to talk about Oxide. We'll talk about that in a second. But overall, I liked Madison. I don't know. It just wasn't. I guess it wasn't for me. Like, I liked it, but it just wasn't for me. It had a lot of good elements. It had a lot of creepy parts. It had good stuff going for it. I just don't know if it necessarily was good stuff for me. So, and not everything is for me, and it's not about me like that. I get it, and that's fine. But I don't know. It was just something about Madison that wasn't 100%. But it was good. I did like it. Which brings me to Oxide. This was some random game that I saw. Who did I see? I want to say it was either Survival Horror Network I watched play Oxide. I am so glad Survival Horror Network came back because I was missing his playthroughs. I know he had stopped doing like indie horror games because he was like, these are just too awful. And I think around the time he stopped playing indie horror games was when everybody was like insane for PT, and it was all the really awful PT clones going around. I get it. I would stop playing video games too after that. But he came back. So I think I want to say I watched him play Oxide. Oxide is, if you are jonesing in the deep need for Silent Hill, it's kind of like a Silent Hill minus the PG. I know I just said talk crap about a bunch of Silent Hill clone or like PG clones. This is not a PG clone. You're not like doing the endless looping hallway bit. It's actually kind of like Silent Hill where you're going into like different dimensions of the same place. You're this guy, Matt, and I don't exactly understand what Matt was trying to do. He was working for some shiesty dude named Josh, but Josh was working for this ultra shiesty. Josh was like super shiesty, but then he was working with some ultra shiesty doctor. I forget what the doctor's name was. I think it was just Doc. And Doc was experimenting on people because he had this girl, Eva, and she had some kind of ability to like create her own dimension, hence why you go through these different dimensions. But he was experimenting on her so bad that she got into her own dimension and couldn't get out. And I think some kind of way the doctor was looking for eternal life, because something about the doctor was being funded by Eva's grandmother, who ratted her out and sent her over there to that crazy doctor. And that's what was going on with that. I don't know. But it was really good. It's some part in the beginning where that Matt dude gets hit. Like, he's in the dimension. He just gets out. He breaks out of the hotel or the motel room. I was like, see, another night at the Red Roof Inn. This is what happens. But he gets out of his motel room. And, like, he gets hit by this car. And I don't know why when he gets hit by a car and falls into the pool. I don't know why because it looks like a mild tap. And he goes, like, flying into the pool. I don't know why they had me on the floor, but they had me on the floor. But check out Oxide. It was really, really interesting. I liked Oxide a lot. I actually liked Oxide a little more than I liked Madison. And the thing was, it was some part on Oxide toward the end that I knew a jump scare was going to happen, and it still got me. And I was just mad at myself that I got on that jump scare. But what are you going to do? Sometimes they get you. Even if you know they're coming, sometimes a jump scare will get you. So, what else did I see? Stray. Okay. So, I watched Stray, and Stray had me messed up. Before I tell you how the Stray had me messed up, I'm going to put the caveat on it that I had watched some Netflix documentary about them weird Mormon people in Utah, the ones that were following that Warren Jeff dude. I had watched that entire documentary a couple hours, like in the morning, and then like a few hours later in like around this time in the afternoons when I started watching Stray. So it was some bad stuff in that documentary that had me like legit hard crying. So I was already emotionally tenderized. I was already at that point. So to watch Stray just put a nail in the damn coffin because Stray had me crying. So y'all saw that I had this one right here, like all up on the TV, like, oh my God, these cats, what is happening? So apart from that, like I watched Noxon play Stray, and it was just fucked me up something royal. So, like, basically, you're this cat, and it starts off, you were in what I call kitty world. You're with your family and friends, doing kitty things, meowing. That's that part y'all saw her going bananas. And it's just so cute, and you're just doing cat things, and you're learning how to, it's probably just a tutorial level to tell you how to walk and move and get adjusted to the mechanics of the game. So, when the cat falls, like, and there are going to be spoilers for this, when the cat falls out of kitty world, it ends up in robot, or in the sewers, or wherever that was, part of robot land, and then the Zerkers start chasing after him. Dotson gets the cat killed, who I've been calling Pumpkin because it's an orange cat. He gets Pumpkin killed. That's not the cat's name. The cat doesn't have a name. It's just the cat. But I call the cat Pumpkin. So he gets Pumpkin killed. Already, I'm crying because I can't do animals. I'm already emotionally tenderized because of that damn documentary. It was a mess, and I was upset, and I was crying. And I'm like, why did you get the cat killed? Oh my God. Like, crying, ugly crying, bad crying. So he gets it together and goes through the game. There's a couple parts where he gets the cat killed, and I'm still crying because we're just at that point in my life. So I did fall asleep on a part on Stray. In fact, it was me, Shayla, and Raven. We were all in the living room. We just all took a nap in the living room. And I woke up like, oh, well, damn. It was like some part where you were in Midtown, and you had to rescue Clementine robot. That was where I had woken up, where you had to rescue the Clementine. And you also had to rescue B12, because Pumpkin gets this little android flying thing called B12, and that is his companion through this. I was just expecting a cat going on an adventure, and then y'all give me a buddy comedy, or like a buddy adventure, which is fine, but I was like, okay, the buddy was nice. I liked the buddy. So I was here for both of them. And you have to rescue B12 a few times. So he rescues Clementine, they rescue B12. It's a lot of really tense parts where I'm just like, oh my God, is this gonna happen? We get to the end, and this is where the spoiler comes in. And he's like, the cat's trying to get back to Kittyland. And basically, they're trying to open up the world because they're in something 99, City 99. There's no humans. I don't know where the humans are. I'm assuming all the humans, let's just say all the humans got raptured somewhere, and that was where what happened to the humans. But the humans probably needed to get raptured because humans are, it's like they said on God Hand, humans are the world's most successful parasites. So let's be real about this shit. So basically, do not get down and go in that pond because we're gonna have a situation. But so basically, they open up, they have to get City 99 open because it's all enclosed, and like no real light. It's not like any real light and stuff in that city, even though it's all humans have been raptured, let's just say, and there's only robots and no Zerkers. There's like these weird sentient eyeballs too. I don't know what was going on with that, because apparently that never got discussed like that. So they open up the city, but it overwhelms B12, and he just basically doesn't exist anymore. And I wasn't ready for that. I was grossly ill prepared for the death of B12. And you want to talk about crying? It was bad. I'm talking Alundra Jess's funeral level of crying. Hey, Shayla Bear. It was that damn bad. It was bad. I was upset. I am still upset. I was watching something yesterday, or like Thursday or something. Shayla, be careful, honey bun. I'm recording. I was watching something the other day where this dude was like, well, what happened to the humans? And he was trying to bring it down. And they showed that clip of B12 dying. I got upset again. It's upsetting. I can feel my eyes burning. That's how much it upset me. And it was just like, why did y'all kill B12? why, because this cat had gone through the mill to save him, and like, why did y'all kill it? Like, I was upset. I can feel the tears in my eyes welling up because it was upsetting me. It still is upsetting to me that y'all done killed this robot, and I'm like, I'm not having it. You see me crying right now. I was not happy. I was not having it. And it ends with the cat, because he lays down next to it, which just nail in the damn coffin. He lays down and takes a nap next to his no longer existing friend, and Oxide was a damn basket case. So it ends where the cat opens up the city, and then like the sunlight comes out, and the robots are finally seeing actual sunlight, and then the Zerkers, because they're like bacteria or something. I think they're bacteria that can eat anything metal or organic, because I don't even know. So that was going on, and they start evaporating when they get exposed to the sunlight, because a lot of viruses and bacteria and stuff cannot stand UV light, but neither here nor there. So, and then it ends with the cat going off into the world. So that was the end of that, but it was upsetting, and I'm still upset about it. I'm still in here crying. I ain't like that. It was good, but I ain't like it. Go play straight. It's good. Just if you don't watch some horrifying people abusing kids documentary, and then watching cats get tortured, and then watching the cat's best friend get tortured, because it's just overwhelming, and I was not able to handle it. So lastly, the Resident Evil 9 leak news situation is going on right now. Basically, apparently this leak is on 4chan. Like, okay, so something about it's gonna be called Resident Evil 9 Apocalypse. I guess they couldn't parlay like 9 into like a whole thing, but it's supposed to have something to do with the phases of the moon. I don't know, but it's supposed to take place in like a western ghost town, and like you're supposed to be going through this forest that you could get lost in if you don't have a map. You're supposed to meet this lady, and like it's supposed to have like skinwalkers or wendigos. Are skinwalkers and wendigos the same thing? I don't know, but it's supposed to have skinwalkers and wendigos, and to me it's like, this sounds intriguing, but where does the biohazard fit into this? Because it's Resident Evil in the Western world, but it's supposed to be biohazard. So it's supposed to be some kind of biological virusy nonsense going on. And I'm like, well, if you're going to have wendigos and skinwalkers, how are y'all fitting in there? Because y'all solved the mold situation with stupid ass Ethan. So what's turning these people into wendigos and skinwalkers? Like, where are we going with that? So I don't know. They've been working on Resident Evil 9 for a while now. I think they mentioned Resident Evil 9 shortly after, I want to say, Resident Evil 3 came out a while back. When the third remake came out, they were like, oh yeah, we're working on Resident Evil 9, but we're going to throw Resident Evil 8 in your face, and you know how short people's attention spans are. I don't have a short attention, well, I have a short attention span, but I have a short attention span, but a damn long memory. So yes, they had been talking about that for like a while, and they were working on it. I think the original rumor was it was supposed to be Resident Evil 9 Phoenix or whatever, but that was like real preliminary, early rumor stuff and whatever. But yeah, so I don't know. I like the concept. It seems like it's going to be good. Can we stop putting stuff in small villages and small towns, and like, can we not go back to like, I don't know. I mean, I guess, but like, we've done this. Like, we had Resident Evil 4, then we had Resident Evil 8. Now, next we're gonna have Resident Evil 4 remake, and it's just like, in 7, y'all had it down where you were in like one centralized, not saying you had to be in a centralized location, but you had it in a sprawling mansion type place. Can we not do that again? Or is that like too much to ask? Is it dumb? Do people not agree with that? I don't know, but I just would like to see. Honestly, I would like to see Resident Evil set in another city. It doesn't have to be a big city, but just see it set in a city and do better than what apparent. I still refuse to watch Resident Evil 3 remake. I will go to my grave never watching it. Because there was too many people giving me shit when I said I wasn't watching it the first time. And then, like I've always contended, I feel strangely vindicated since people generally are like, oh, with that one. So... I'm saying motherfuckers. So, but you know what I mean. But I don't know. It seems good on paper. If honestly, people are like, well, we don't know if we can trust it. Generally speaking, Resident Evil gossip and leaks are usually pretty on point, honestly. Like, I know there's been talk about Resident Evil, not Resident Evil, Silent Hill. And some kind of Silent Hill going around. And it's been like, I don't think it's the same sick, sad person that's been constantly, they're going to remake it. Talking about they're going to remake that in Metal Gear. I think this is actual based in like stuff that has been seen by credible sources. Like I think Konami has like a new Silent Hill website or whatever. It's based in credible source stuff. But generally speaking, Resident Evil gossip usually pans out. It'll be slightly different than what they said, but in general, it's usually pretty accurate. So I'm going to take this as potentially accurate information and not just like some weirdo coming out talking out their ass. So I don't know, but it seems like it could be plausible. So that is all I have right now, and I got 2 dogs sleeping next to me. I got laundry and cleaning to do. Yes, it's Saturday. It is a gorgeous Saturday. You see the sun blasting in from outside, but I got cleaning to do. So until next time,